mental body from the auric field. The information is coming from the Essence of Sound book, Full Spectrum Vibrational Healing for the Meridians, Chakras, Auric Field, and Figure 8 Energies. So the mental body is the third layer that we're coming through here off the body, and its color is that light yellow, reflecting the solar plexus chakra, and the note is E. Now this one is about 3 to 8 inches away from the body, and its expression of consciousness is thinking. So its statement of consciousness is, I think. Properties, mind and rational thinking, thought form can be seen in this layer. Matrix lines are quite apparent now. Purpose, it contains the structure of our ideas, and it's associated with the vibrational level of thoughts and the mental processes of ego. And some of the issues are autonomy, individualism, will, self-esteem, self-power, proactivity. So the mental body generates thoughts as vibrational patterns that can be called thought form. Thought form is the way in which the mental body can transmit ideas to the brain for screening, manifestation, expression, and possibly action. The mental body gives the body ability to discern abstract thoughts, make decisions. This auric body allows our mind fields to interconnect with other mind fields, creating a holism of thought and learning that moves beyond our time-space continuum. When enough people start doing or thinking similar patterns, we're able to shift consciousness, and we sometimes call this that 100-monkey theory. So when the monkeys are trained to do something in a laboratory, they find that the monkeys in the wild can do the same thing. So there's some kind of an energy transfer with that 100-monkey theory. Though the mental body, through the mental body, we can tap into a cross-dimensional pool of wisdom that supports our body, mind, and soul with ideas that support us in health and wealth. And so one of the things with understanding the etheric or the mental body is that we can tap into collective consciousness this way. So when you're in with a group of people, do you ever get that feeling that you get new or different ideas? Well, that's just the mental body tapping into other people's mental bodies as a collective way of transferring information. So again, coming from Philip Rafferty's Kinesiology Manual with permission, the mental body is composed of still finer substances radiating out in a light lemon, bright yellow, and gold hues like rays of light. It is inherently structured in its nature. Yellow is the color of the intellect and of mental activity. The mental body extends from the physical body out past the emotional body. So remember, we have the etheric body, the emotional body, and now we're in the mental body. It is a mental field and provides reasoning and directives to the body through its language of symbols. Remember, the solar plexus chakra is, the sense for it is sight, and that's all about symbols and thinking and visuals and pictures. So the etheric part of the mental body is picking up tons of information through symbology. It is also as non-judgmental, and its service is to take the metaphoric symbols of our life experience and interpret them to provide a stable, logical framework with names of things, functions of things, and the natures of things in which life can be experienced and lived. It can produce symbols from the past that are inappropriate to produce thoughts, then actions that seem logical to support and justify its need for the fight of survival. These seeming logical thoughts can become habitual and difficult to change, so the pulsating energy lines in the mental body can darken and distort and slow down. Well, I had an experience. I was in a relationship and there was debate going on. I guess you could call it an argument. And my old pattern was to run away from the situation. I would feel small. I'd go back into that place of feeling 3 years old. All I wanted to do was kick the person in the shins and get the heck out of there. To the point where I would jump in my car as an adult, grown adult, in my car, and all I wanted to do was scream the tires out of the driveway. I was just so infuriated. So an old pattern through the mental body and how we move through situations. Well, the partner at the time said, wait a minute, there's some techniques. The next time I got into this argument, he says, let's not go that old pattern way again. He says, I want you to tell me. He says, what are you feeling? What do you want? And what are you willing to do? And when I was able to calm myself down, I could actually think about what was in the best interest for myself, through the solar plexus, and what was in the best interest for the partnership and everyone involved. So coming back to that thinking place, without being driven by the emotions and without being driven by old patterns, you can actually create a new reality. So that's a way to support the mental body, is maybe exercising this feel, want, and willing dynamic. So when the etheric body is still and takes on its proper function without the fear for survival, without the emotional drive, the mental bodies maintain their proper functions. The mental body is thus able to, like a loving father, interpret our experiences with enlightenment, expansive awareness and knowing, opening and merging with the universal mind. When this occurs, all the higher bodies are also clear and open, expanded and energized. And when all the first three light bodies, so the etheric, the emotional, and the mental body are balanced, then an individual feels the strength of self-acceptance and that inner sense of power. And when those three light bodies are feeling solid, you can easily move in to your astral body, which is where you have love for the universe. So the physical attributes of the mental body assist in opening us to energy, ideas, concepts, and notions that affect us physically with metabolism and digestion. Mental attributes potentially link us to the infinite storage and process of data, information, and concepts. The emotional attributes connects the thought with the feeling, which creates momentum, which is called emotion. Remember, emotion is to emote and then put that into motion. Spiritual attributes helps us open ourselves to structures, ideas, explanations, and assistance for achieving our soul purpose. And the healing applications, by working with this third auric layer, we can isolate thought processes and beliefs that are harming us. After looking at them, we can change them. Just like that 3-year-old, I had to look at her and say, you know what, that kind of action is no longer serving me in this situation. And this auric layer can be used to diagnose and work with intellectual problems and as well as learning difficulties.
There are 8 choices of auric field sound essence remedies: Aura Joy, which nourishes all 7 bands; Gratitude; Reiki Revolution, spiral energy for pain relief; Penultimate, to let go of what no longer serves you; Infinity, for integrating wellness through all the energy systems; Abundance; Leilana Grid, which supports our connection between heaven and earth; and Stargate, to support the Merkaba energy. For more in-depth information about the auric field remedies, visit www.soundessence.net, and I'll see you there.